1, 2, 3, 4. It's true. You're making us lost all. We stand alone. To see, to bleed, cannot be done. It's true. You're making us gay, 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 hostile.
Did you guys remember H.O.S.S? How awesome was H.O.S.S? Ever since H.O.S.S, I've had this bitter feeling. I so want to see Dillon McQueen versus Kenzie Page. Does anybody else feel that way? And I think, if you guys cheer really loud, we can probably get Dillon McQueen out here. Let's talk about it.
So one person, great. Now before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, all of you stuck by my side last year. I was in a hospital bed. I could not walk. I didn't know what the future was. But I fought back. With everybody online, everybody that messaged me, everybody in this crowd, you guys will be back. And my best friend, Kenzie Page. I started this business with her when she was 16 years old. I started with her. We went up and down the roads of this country together, side by side, arm in arm. We took over New South. We became New South together. But somewhere along the line, she forgot who she was. And I couldn't take it. I could not take seeing the girl that I started this business with turn into someone I didn't even recognize. So I had to step away. But I'm not going anywhere, Kenzie. I fought my ass off in this race. I fought my ass off to win an opportunity at H.O.S.S. And my best friend, Brogan Finlay. I don't do really well with friends, apparently. He put a knife in my back, he hit me in the balls, and he cost me my shot. But Kenzie, nothing is gonna stop me from getting my hands on you. I don't care who I have to run through. I don't care if I have to run through everybody in this company. I don't.
Dillon. I honestly could care less about your rematch with Kenzie because you can complain all you want, but at the end of the day, I
fair and square, 1, 2, 3. You're just mad because you lost. So, you know what, Dillon? Why don't you put your money where your mouth is, huh? Because we have to fight later. So why don't we put a little stipulation up, huh? Me versus you, and whoever wins gets the rematch with Kenzie.
No. Dillon deserves the title match. You're not just gonna weasel your way in here and take that away from him. Finlay?
Now, a lot of you might not know this, but I grew up in the projects of East Tennessee to a crackhead mom. I had nothing, and I wasn't having a goddamn thing in my life, and I'm on Stunt today. So get on, you little bitch. Get on.
It wasn't the mic drop I thought was gonna happen. Dillon, if you want it, baby.
Let's go! Let's go!
Hit his music!
We'll fight all day!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is your opening contest of Southern Hostility.
Oh, Rita. Not today, we don't.
Introducing first, the Emperor of Asia, Dillon.
For Rita tonight. We love Rita.
Go back to Memphis.
Let's go, Rita!
The Emperor of Asia is now here at New South. And just in case that none of you have seen this,
What? You don't care.
Katie to me.
that symbol symbolizes the illustrious and his opponent from the structure behind her golden shoulder. She is the trash panda, Rita.
we are officially underway with the first match of Southern Hostility 2023. As always, I am Carmen Michael, joined by the illustrious Rob Weathers for the first time ever. Rob, how are you?
I am so excited to be making my debut here at New South, but I'm not the only debut in the house tonight. Ken Dang, as we saw, coming out and trying to make a statement early on, but Carmen, I don't think the fans here care too much for the statement.
Of course, Ken Dang, no stranger to a New South audience, but this is his first time on the main show, main card, Southern Hostility, kicking things off hot against the Trash Panda, Rita Raccoon.
Oh my goodness, all of that weight of Ken Dang just coming down on Rita Raccoon, but I guess anything to break the hold. Rita might be severely hurt.
I say that's the thing about Rita Raccoon, very spunky. She'll latch on to you, very rabid. Now Ken dragging Rita to the corner. What does Ken have in mind here?
He's gonna
drop.
He's gonna squash her like a bug, Carmen.
Oh goodness! Knees up from Rita Raccoon.
I stand corrected, but I don't think Ken Dang's gonna stand for very much longer.
And the Emperor of Asia certainly not having a great night. Oh, blocks the claws. Cannot. It's gonna have to be checked for rabies, and there we go. The claws to the back, and now to the front, to the everywhere, Rob.
Rita Raccoon gets shoved across the ring for her troubles, though. Big scoop up there from Dang.
Rita. Wiley
She's
slides
rolling him
out,
up.
rolls him up, and that's it.
Here is your winner, the Trash
Big win here for Rita, Rob.
And that is all she wrote, I guess. Ken Dang here ready to make that statement, but that statement not ringing true, Carmen.
Rita Raccoon not being paid by the hour. Nonetheless, we are so excited to have you here tonight for Southern Hostility. Carmen Michael, Rob Weathers. What a card we have here tonight, Rob.
It is such a tremendous card, and I got to tell you, the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, and I'm sure you're probably right there with me, Brogan Finlay versus Dillon McQueen. What a blood match we got coming later.
With the added stipulation that whoever wins that match will now be the #1 contender. A lot is on the line, but folks, we're not going to keep you waiting, because up next we have the official coin toss for the Tag Team Championships.
So right now, I'd like to welcome all three tag teams out here now, both of our contenders as well as our tag team champions for the official coin toss, because tonight we will have 2 tag team championship matches. But before we get to that, we must have the official coin toss to see who will go first. Best of both worlds, you won the match at Battle of the Bulldogs. So I want to ask for you to call it in the air. Autumn, where are you? Can you get a close-up of this? It is a hands.
Hands, baby, that's right. That's right. Best of both worlds is going first. And y'all can say whatever you want. You say, oh, best of both worlds cheated. All Grease Monkey saw was the them Cronies couldn't get the job done again. That's right. Only team. Carmen, you was wrong. The titles is only going to get defended once tonight. We got y'all covered. The only team that Best of Both Worlds got to beat tonight is the Akuto Dork Society over here. All right, now we had ourselves a strategy, boys. That's right. We had us a plan. We knew what we was going to do. That's right. Best of Both Worlds is going to challenge for the titles right now. Right now.
If we can get an official to the ring. Please welcome official Patrick O'Malley. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the New South Tag Team Championships. Introducing first the challengers, the best of both worlds. And their opponents, they are the reigning New South Tag Team Champions, the Akuto Death Society!
Well, looks like we're going to get underway with our first tag team championship defense of the night. Akuto Death Society defending against Best of Both Worlds. And I could be wrong, but it seemed like there's a little bit of communication there between Grease Monkey and Best of Both Worlds.
Something's going on with Grease Monkey. I don't know what it is. I don't like the guy very much. I don't know him. You shouldn't judge people you don't know. But I've got a bad feeling about this guy. And I've got a bad feeling about Best of Both Worlds in general, man. This is going to be a really tough night, especially for the Akuto Death Society. And that tough night is getting started early, as we see right now.
Well, despite what Grease Monkey says, the title will be on the line twice tonight, whether ADS retains or whether Best of Both Worlds wins. We know later on tonight, tag titles will be defended once more against B.D.S.M. That's still to come, but right now, Sam sending Chris Crunk into the corner. Now up and over goes Sam all the way to the floor.
Goodness. The velocity that Crunk is throwing these guys out of the ring with.
And now Kent Havoc following right behind. Wait, what?
But did Kevin Ryan just...
Kevin Ryan?
He's leaving. Oh, no, he's not.
I was about to say, what is going on? What is in the water here tonight in Florence, Alabama?
Everybody's just having some fun, and that's what you got to do.
I know we're at a brewery, but what is going on, Rob?
You know, and I got to tell you, this
cannonball to the floor.
Beautiful cannonball.
Kevin Ryan off the apron, crashing to the floor, wiping out the Best of Both Worlds.
But I've got to tell you, as much fun as ADS is having right now, I guarantee in the back of their mind, they are more worried than they probably ever have been since holding those tag team championships. Because, like you said, there is 2 title defenses tonight as he hits that big European uppercut in the middle of the ring.
Well, you have to be, because not only if they can defend the titles here tonight once, I mean, that's already so much energy being expended, and then later on you have to go against Big Dave and Positive Lee.
Look no further than WrestleMania 10. Yokozuna, coin flip, similar situation. Earlier in the night, took on Lex Luger, defeated Lex Luger, but in the main event, then lost his championship to Bret Hart. We could be seeing something similar to here, but the Akuto Death Society are not going to let any of that get in their way. They faced adversity before.
It is not the only time Positive Lee has been compared to Bret Hart.
Are you sure it's not the only time?
Technical excellence and positively. Meanwhile, we see Crunk getting Sam in position. We've seen this time and time again, calling for it. And if you haven't seen this before, Rob, you are in for a treat because the train has left the station. Pump kick to Kent Havoc.
Beautiful pump kick with the theatrics.
Seems like he's calling for one more. Oh, and Kevin Ryan is going to take the charge. But wait, Grease Monkey in the way. Kevin Ryan just shows
dispatched.
But Sam sweeping the leg of Kevin Ryan. That distraction from Grease Monkey was all it took there.
And you see Kevin Ryan just had his face driven directly into that corner post. And these are some sharp corner posts. The last place I want my face to be.
Yeah, these hard edges. A lot of folks say that the apron is the hardest part of the ring, but I beg to differ. It's absolutely those posts.
It absolutely is the post.
As Kent Havoc now dropping that knee. And he can't hook the leg. We could have new champ. No. And Kent Havoc is someone who's always had a bit of a vicious streak. Of course, always known as the baddest of them all. But it seems like since joining forces with Grease Monkey, it's really untapped this hidden darkness within him is bringing forth. Oh, a stunner. He just used Kent Havoc's own maneuver against him, Rob.
He's going to have to try to do everything he can to get back to his corner before Havoc gets up. But as you see, I spoke too soon as Havoc's now got a hold of the ankle of Kevin Ryan.
Reaching for a tag. And of course, the best of both worlds. Bit of a unique pairing. Kent Havoc, beer drinking brawler. Meanwhile, Sam, well, he's an influencer. Let's just call it what it is. He's a rich kid.
it's in the name of the team. The best of both worlds, and they just got the best of that big rolling elbow shot there from Kevin Ryan.
Wheelbarrow code breaker, and we could have new tag team champions if he connects, folks. Rolling over. He hooks the legs. He hooks the legs. No.
And look at Crunk on the outside. Crunk absolutely had to have known in his heart that Kevin was going to kick out of that because, I mean, if I would have seen my opponent eat that same shot, I would have been diving in the ring real quick.
Now Kent Havoc with the boot to the side of the head as Kevin tries to fight back. We talked about the unique dynamic between best of both worlds, but then you factor in Grease Monkey, my former commentary partner.
How did you do that?
Well, it used to not be this way, Rob. Grease Monkey went to prison.
Prison changes people.
Absolutely does, and we know that Sam used his wealth and his influence to get Grease Monkey out of prison at the behest of Kent Havoc. Grease Monkey is someone who's led the Body Shop to Tag Team Championships and, of course, led me to my one and only singles victory.
Well, let's hope that he can use that same exact skill set that he's bringing to the table. Hopefully he can bring that to best of both worlds, and they might become tag team champions, but not if Kevin Ryan has anything to say about it with that beautiful roundhouse kick to the back of the head of Kent Havoc.
And we'll see if Kevin Ryan can make his way over and tag in Crunk. Things aren't looking great right now, folks.
Oh, but Crunk, I thought Crunk was maybe playing some games just like Kevin Ryan was earlier, but no, he was pulled down to the outside from Sam. And Ryan still eating more double team offense in the ring. Oh my goodness, that flatliner.
Slingshot into the ring. Kent hooks the legs.
No. We almost had new champions that fast. And that's going to be a sentence that we say all throughout the night.
So close. And as hard hitting as this match has been, just imagine how tired they're going to be later on tonight defending those titles against B.D.S.M.
You know, and that's something that not everybody's thinking about. Yes, it would be great to win this match, especially if you're already the tag team champions. It'd be fantastic to retain your championships. But yes, later in the night, having to defend them again, I absolutely do not envy whoever winds up winning this match, but
going for that Panama Sunrise, but sent into the turnbuckle.
I just might envy Kevin, though, if he's able to turn it around and get over to Crunk in the corner. That reversal might have been all that he needs. Crunk is fighting for dear life to get into this match. But on the other side of the ring, Kent Havoc's going for the tag as well, but Crunk is in the ring before Havoc can make it to his corner.
Super kick, and now a clothesline to Sam. Chris Crunk is fired up, Rob.
He's got a hold of Sam, but look on the opposite side. You've got, oh my goodness, the big STO drops Ken Havoc. Ken Havoc was looking for something double team.
But turns right around. Now being sent into the turnbuckle. Oh, Sam sent over to the outside.
Beautiful enziguri there, but Chris Crunk, I don't think he felt much of it. Oh, no, he sure didn't. What is he thinking about here with this huge reversal?
Brainbuster!
A picture-perfect brainbuster at that.
Now in comes Kent Havoc. What? Kevin Ryan with the little assist here. Now Kevin's in the ring. Up and over. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
What are they thinking about here? Oh my goodness, Kevin Ryan to the outside with that moonsault!
Moonsault to the outside. Meanwhile, in the ring, Chris Crunk going for that spinning power bomb. Will he connect? No, going for more rotations.
Oh my goodness, this has to be it!
This is it, folks. No!
You have got to be kidding me. I knew it. I knew 100% in my heart that the Akuto Death Society were going to retain after that huge power bomb.
This is insanity, Rob.
I cannot believe Ken Havoc was able to kick out of that. A lesser man would never. But Kevin Ryan's tagged back into this match. A little more damage needing to be done. The best of both worlds.
Calling for a 3D. Kevin Ryan shrugs, says, all right, let's do it.
Well, they've got the No Mercy tights on. They're trying to pull out every finisher from the game they can think.
Probably the best gear in all of New South. Oh, discus forearm from Sam.
But
that
Kevin
fires
Ryan
up Kevin.
recedes it. Try to get Kevin out of the ring, but he holds on to that middle rope. Chris Crunk sent to the outside. Kevin all alone with best of both worlds.
Kevin connects. Oh, Kent had that one scouted, and now draping DDT. No.
Across the knee. That caving in the chest of Kevin Ryan. What is this going to be?
Going for that Zoidberg assistant power
driver.
Oh,
my goodness.
We're going to have new tag team champions going on later. No.
What?
Two.
I'm at a loss for words. I don't think that's ever happened to me.
You could feel the breath being sucked out of this room, Rob.
We were everyone in attendance, everyone here at this broadcast booth was sure best of both worlds just won those tag team championships. How did Kevin Ryan kick out?
We were just a split second away, just a hair away from new tag team champions, and now you got to be wondering, what is on the mind of best of both worlds? They have to be thinking, what do we have to do to put away Kevin Ryan, to put away Chris Crunk, to walk away your new tag team champions?
Well, they took a little too long thinking about it. Chris Crunk's back in the ring, and he's doling out super kicks. Chris Crunk's now got a hold of Ken Havoc there in the corner.
Oh, Grease Monkey with the assist.
Come on.
Grease
We're not
Monkey.
playing by prison rules here, Grease Monkey.
I'm ashamed I used to call this man a friend.
I would be too, just from the looks of him, honestly. I mean, you should have known. What is going on here? It's Chris Crunk in that tree of woe.
Oh my Sunrise! Turned inside out, and now Zoidberg splash, double pin, and we have new tag team. What?
If there was ever an opportunity, that was it. Chris Crunk was tied up in the corner, unable to break the count, but Kevin Ryan able to muster up enough strength to break the double pin.
This is insanity, Rob.
We're still so early into this show.
We're only the second match into Southern Hostility. Still so much more to come, of course. Tag team championships on the line later. Number one contenders match. We have a tag title We have a Four Corners tag team match. So much still to come.
Look, I'm getting tongue-tied too. I don't even blame you. This is insane what we've been seeing. And like you said, just a couple of matches into this show. And these teams are showing out, but that's what you have to do if you want to call yourself the tag team champion here in New South.
Looking to go for the repeat, but Kevin Ryan blocks.
Oh my goodness, right on his head.
Low angle on that Spanish fly, and now Chris Crunk getting fired up, has Kent right where he wants him. He hooks the arm.
What is he gonna do?
superplex,
goodness!
and the whole ring just shook.
He's got a hold of him still.
Assisted power bomb. Oh,
Is he turned into a Styles
into a
Clash?
Styles Clash from Kevin Ryan.
This has to be it.
This is it. That is it, folks.
And still.
Here are your winners, and still New South Tag Team Champions, the Akuto Death Society.
What a retention here, folks, and still, they still have to defend the title one more time.
But look, I got to tell you, I have my worries. I have my doubts, just like I stated earlier. But clearly, Akuto Death Society has what it takes to be champions, as we just saw there. And hopefully, they've got just enough left in the tank to be able to retain later tonight against B.D.S.M.
Champs, one more to go. This ain't over with. We win the fight, we win the reward, so I promise you that.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Well, two very different years for these two competitors at the Heart of the Southern 16 this year. Hunter Drake, your winner of the 2023 Heart of the Southern 16. Meanwhile, Kylie Alexa eliminated in the first round against Dillon McQueen. But nonetheless, these two know each other so well, Rob.
They know each other very well, but not only that, like, you have to think about this. Kylie, she might have lost in the first round, but who's winning at life right now? Who just recently signed with the National Wrestling Alliance? As great as Hunter Drake is, and as phenomenal as he did in that tournament, it wasn't him.
I was speaking with Kylie earlier today about that very situation, and we'll need to check the stats, but I do feel like if Kylie Alexa isn't the youngest competitor to ever sign a contract with the NWA, she's got to be one of the youngest.
I don't know how much younger you can get than Kylie.
And still grew up in the business, has been around this her entire life. The younger sister to Kenzie Page, a part of the Henry family. Of course, from KFW up in Tennessee.
You know, and just like that, I'm glad you brought that up. Even though, yes, very young, even though if you look at her wrestling resume, yes, young in this business, but that ring awareness is there. That veteran instinct is there. As you saw, she was able to get to the rope there a moment ago.
But think about some of the names that Kylie Alexa has shared the ring with. You look back, and it's a who's who, a litany of all the biggest stars in women wrestling right now.
Not to mention that, just the biggest stars in men wrestling as well. I mean, Hunter Drake, like you said, the winner of the H.O.S.S tournament, one of the most exclusive tournaments in all of independent wrestling.
And Hunter, definitely no slouch either, been making a name for himself all across the country for about the last year, traveling all around, going up to New Jersey, going to California, had an excellent showing. GCW, hooks the leg, only a 1 count.
And it's all paying off. You're seeing that hard work pay off in both of these competitors, and that's why this is going to be such a fun match, because yes, we have got the newest signing of the NWA. Yes, we have got the winner of the H.O.S.S tournament, but more importantly, we have two very young wrestlers who have a lot to prove, and a win in this match would mean the world to either one of these competitors.
Iron sharpens iron, and right now, these two competitors have battled it out with some of the best there is in the game, and now they're squaring off here at New South Pro Wrestling Southern Hostility. We were talking earlier about pulling double duty. Hunter Drake still has another match to come later tonight for that #1 contendership match for the New South Tag Team Championships. And eliminate, pinfall. That fatal 4-way elimination tag team match still to come later tonight.
The Akuto Death Society, like you said, still having to retain their titles, hopefully one last time tonight as they have to take on B.D.S.M. And yeah, we've got Hunter could very well be a tag team champion here in the future if he's able to walk away with a victory tonight in a #1 contenders match, but Kylie's doing everything she can to put a stop to that.
No rest for the wicked, and right now, no rest for Hunter Drake. Sent crashing to the floor outside, and Kylie Alexa staying on top of him. Face first into the chair.
And that's what front row at New South gets you, folks.
Careful, Kylie. Those are rentals. Ooh. Coming at you. Not only do you get a commemorative ticket with every purchase here at New South, you also
you get a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears on you.
You might get a little Hunter Drake in your lap.
There's worse things, if I'm being honest.
Kylie Alexa staying on top of Hunter Drake, rolls him back in the ring now.
So much aggression being seen by Kylie Alexa here in the early goings of this match.
And you notice where Kylie was on that side of the ring, over there in the little corner that's been cheering for her and her alone, avoiding the rest of the Hunter Drake
crowd. If I was her,
crowd.
that's exactly where I'm spending all my time. I would work the entire match on that side of the ring.
Of course, as if Kylie Alexa was not dangerous enough, recently becoming a member of the Helm alongside her sister Kenzie Page. This group has run roughshod over New South Pro Wrestling for months now, keeping Kenzie Page the champion. And of course, speaking of our champion Kenzie Page, off NWA, touring Australia at the moment, has prior commitments, therefore cannot be joining us here tonight. But rest assured, folks, next time you see Kenzie Page, that title will be on the line. Against who, we will find out.
And that's another match I'm looking forward to, that #1 contenders match later. I mean, if there was no need for the match, I mean, we had a #1 contender, but that opportunity is now being put on the line as Dillon McQueen takes on Brogan Finlay later tonight. But Hunter Drake wants to state his case as a potential #1 contender for that belt as well, as he has taken it to the sister of the champion.
Dragon suplex, does he have it? No!
That move has put away so many talented wrestlers over the years, and he almost had the 3 count right there with it.
Hunter had the wrist out, calling for it. The Purple Haze 450.
I have yet to see this in person. I am more excited than I've been all night right now.
It is quite the spectacle, Rob. And if he hits this, it'll be over.
Oh, Kylie out of the way.
But notice, Hunter Drake landing on the ankle, may have twisted the ankle, and we'll see if that comes into play.
And it looks like she's not going to take any time to see if it does or not. Kylie immediately on the offensive with that big suplex in the corner.
Kylie has him in his sights, looking to build some momentum. Drop kick in the corner, rolls him to the center of the ring, hooks the leg. Ooh.
And you can say whatever you want about Kylie Alexa. Is she manipulative? Sure.
Yes.
Is she tenacious?
Yes.
Yes. But she is aggressive, and that aggression is all that matters right now because that is what is keeping her on top of Hunter Drake so far in this match.
And there will be a test, folks, so make sure you're taking notes. It's Kylie now taking some time to interact with the fans here, our New South faithful.
And I've got to say, while we've got the moment here, some of the best fans I have ever had the opportunity to be anywhere around right here in New South.
We are very lucky for the fans that we have at New South Pro Wrestling, running 8 years strong. And of course, we know Anniversary 8 coming up quick in August. We'll be right here, Singing River in Florence. Next time we're here, Singing River Brewery in Florence, Alabama, will be May 6th for Banger Things. Next show, April 29th, Heflin, Alabama. Oh, hold up. Springboard stop from Hunter Drake.
Well, Kylie Alexa might not be able to make it to any of those future shows. She takes any more of those beautiful pump
The action just does not stop. But we know any given Saturday, April 29th, Heflin, Alabama, at Tiger Stadium on the football field, we have Max the Impaler, Stallion Rogers. We got a whole list of people coming in. A great show we have in store for you folks. Be sure to check social media for more details. But right now, Hunter Drake, shout out to Big Sexy Kevin Nash, perhaps going for that jackknife.
Kylie able to lower that center of gravity, though, and she's taking down the legs. You see that she's buckling the knees of Hunter Drake, maybe also taking advantage of that ankle that potentially could have been twisted earlier. Still working to try to get her up, but Kylie's still fighting out of it.
Kylie doing everything she can.
Did she just kick him in the face from a powerbomb position?
It's absolutely
like a scorpion kick. Oh, but goes for a roll-up, though.
Roll up. No.
So close to walking away your winner, but Hunter Drake has that waist control now.
Off the ropes with a German suplex. Hunter Drake folded in half. Kylie hooks the legs. No.
You saw the extra torque she was able to get on that German suplex, using that rope to rebound Hunter Drake into her arms. Beautiful maneuver.
Very wise of Kylie to keep Hunter folded over the way he was. All that extra leverage.
Just like we talked about earlier. Yes, on a technical level, new to the business. But that veteran acumen has been buried deep within her psyche since she was young.
And you can't recreate that anywhere. This is someone, like I said, grew up in the business, been around this all of her life since she was born. Oh. Hunter.
He might get it now. Oh, my goodness.
10 out, powerbomb. No.
Hunter Drake immediately ready to follow up. And you have to be if you want to put Kylie away.
Charges in, going for that haluva kick. Kylie Alexa wisely rolling to the outside as the H.O.S.S 2023 winner, now rolling to the outside. Speaking of which, we're talking about that #1 contendership match between face first into the corner. How about that #1 contendership match between Dillon, McQueen, and Brogan Finlay still to come later tonight. But keep in mind, as the winner of the Heart of the Southern 16 tournament, Hunter Drake can pick his opportunity whenever he wants in advance for a championship match against whoever that champion may be. So you got to know he's going to have his eyes closely set on this match still to come later tonight.
And it could very well be either Dillon or Brogan, two people who Hunter Drake did best in that H.O.S.S finale. But Kylie Alexa doesn't want Hunter Drake to have that opportunity as she had him in that fireman's carry position, but he was able to get out of it.
Oh. These two know each other so well. Rolls through, hits the bridge, and Hunter Drake wins! Here is your winner, Beamer Boy, Hunter Drake!
And it is that tenacity right there that you saw in the last moments of that match. That is exactly...
Wait, hold on! After the match, Kylie Alexa!
Unreal!
Kylie Alexa jumping Hunter Drake!
Look at him!
A poor showing of sportsmanship, and here comes the Helm!
Oh, not this.
Minus Kinsey Page, but in comes the Helm. Zach Johnson and Walker 13, who we'll still see later tonight in the tag team contendership match. Thankfully, here comes Brayden Toon, the tag partner of Hunter Drake. And now laying the boots to Zach Johnson, but no!
Oh my goodness, that big boss man slam though.
Black hole slam from Walker 13, and the Helm is running roughshod. Wait,
it's still 3-2.
Someone's got to help. Someone's got to help. Wait, hold up. That's General Manager Dump Sanders making the save.
Walker 13 don't want none of Dump Sanders. Let's hear from the boss now.
I bet you're real proud of yourself, little girl. You were supposed to face Sawyer Wreck last night, but we had to cancel the show. So I guess you feel like you're nice and safe? April 29th, I have an opponent for you. Who is it? It is a they, and they are Max the Impaler.
Oh my goodness. Has to be some of the worst news Kylie Alexa could have asked for. The match is signed.
Text your big sister and let her know you might not be making it to a family reunion anytime soon. Max is going to kill you.
No, shut up!
But before we start this best of 7, I want to get a couple things off my chest. If you guys can't tell by now, New South management has an agenda against me. So, last night, I was supposed to have match 1 of this best of 7 in my hometown. You know, guess what? This show just happens to get canceled, doesn't it? Just like I didn't even get a H.O.S.S qualifying match this year. Just like I never got another New South Championship match last year after I had Chrissy Page pinned in the ring. But hey, it's okay. Don't say there's what's going on my mind. Because I'm about to embarrass your boy. It ain't gonna go 7 games. It's gonna go 4. Florence, Alabama. You're ready to watch me put on a clinic. Let's go.
It is time now for the first match of the best of 7 series. We will see which one of these competitors is going to get the early advantage between the locksmith, Brandon Williams, and all business, Tyler Franks.
I love a good best of 7 series, and the beautiful thing about it, and especially whenever you go into the deep waters in a series like this, if you don't already know your opponent well enough at the beginning, and I know these two guys do know each other very well, you're going to know them so much better by the time you get to match 3, match 4, match 5, match 6. And I hope this goes all 7. These are two guys I've been looking forward to calling all day long, all business and the locksmith.
Of course, the locksmith, the heartbeat behind New South Pro Wrestling. Tyler Franks, one of our very first students, of course, went on to go to the JPWA, now facing off with Brandon Williams. And as he mentioned, a bit of a history here. It all started back at Winter Wars Rumble when Brandon Williams eliminated Tyler Franks from the match. So Tyler did not like that very much, came back and had a part in eliminating Brandon. And then when they had their match back at our Level Up event, Action Clash 93, the match ended in a draw, and that is where this challenge was issued. Took us a little while to get here. Of course, it's supposed to kick off last night in Woodville, Alabama, as Tyler mentioned, in Tyler's own hometown. Unfortunately, the show had to be rescheduled.
But anything worth having is worth waiting for, and I'm so glad that we have got match 1 taking place tonight here in Florence at Southern Hostility.
Finally underway, and we saw that preview of the best of 7 back at H.O.S.S, that pick your poison. Both competitors getting to choose the opponent for the other. And we saw Tyler Franks chose Davey Richards for Brandon Williams, who managed to put away the American Wolf. Meanwhile, Tyler Franks putting away Martin Stone, who was chosen by Brandon Williams. Both hard-fought matches.
And I got to tell you,
victories.
Pick your poison is an apt way of describing that. You're talking about Martin Stone, Davey Richards, two of the best wrestlers we got to cover.
Look at this bridge from both men.
But two of the best wrestlers in all of wrestling. Forget the independents. Forget major professional wrestling. All of wrestling in Davey Richards and Martin Stone. And these two competitors got wins over both of them.
Tyler now with the elbows to the ribs of Brandon. These two have been pretty evenly matched thus far. Oh, notice
that waist control out of the leapfrog.
On the float over, blocks the knee. And you got to watch out for that vertical jump of Tyler Franks. He's someone who can connect with the knee. It doesn't matter if you're on the top rope. Tyler Franks will find a way to hit that knee. Brandon now on the outside, not where he wants to be. What does he have in mind here? Going to float over. No, uppercut from Tyler Franks.
And that's all it takes right there. That can change the entire look of this match going forward. As he goes for that powerbomb on the outside, but no, the locksmith able to get out of it.
Oh, but catches the leg of the locksmith, sends Brandon face first into the apron.
Brandon Williams has taken so much damage to his face early on. The uppercut, this, I mean, we know exactly what Tyler Franks' target is going to be, and it looks like it is going to be the face and head of Brandon Williams as he once again drives him into the apron. Ooh, massive chop. I felt that all the way over here.
You can hear the echo of that reverberating all throughout. Here at the Singing River Brewery in the beautiful Florence, Alabama. What a lovely day it's been.
It absolutely has been, and I've got to tell you, as being able to make my New South debut tonight, I couldn't have asked for a better venue and a better city.
And no better way to have your debut than here calling the first of the best of 7 as the locksmith off the ropes right into the sights of Tyler Franks, who connects with that drop kick.
Goes for the cover, does Franks. That drop kick, though, so beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. I knew what you were going to say before you even said it.
I mean, I think we both know who that reminds us of, somebody back in the day who could hit a pretty damn good drop kick himself. And we're seeing it's not the only trait that I'm seeing from a former Apex Predator out of Tyler Franks. I'm seeing a lot of this cockiness, a lot of this brashness, and he's using it beautifully to his advantage so far against Brandon Williams.
These two pair up together so well. And while they may not like each other as human beings, as a fan watching this, it does not get much better than this. And this is exactly where Tyler Franks specializes. That cold, calculating, just like that. Very precise in every one of his actions.
You know, and what's crazy about this is Brandon Williams, as we know, is a submission master. And when we're used to seeing him working on the limbs, doing everything he can to dismantle his opponent limb by limb. And that's exactly what you're seeing now from Tyler Franks, using some of the playbook of Brandon Williams, the locksmith, against himself.
Now sent hand first into the ring.
Extremely effective.
And notice how he puts the body weight across the hand.
It's one thing just to kick out, but now you've got to kick out while you have that extra pressure across your chest. Not only is it extra pressure, but it's pressure coming from a limb that doesn't feel very good right now.
That's one thing you'll notice about Tyler Franks. When you watch Tyler, he will systematically go around, target every one of the limbs of his opponent. He'll go through both arms, both legs, really weakens his opponent.
You know that guy I was talking about earlier used to do the same thing. Crazy.
Wonder if he ever had any success.
A little bit, if I had to guess.
Running uppercut from All Business. Tyler Franks has the locksmith exactly where he wants him. Snapmare takeover.
More offense to the face as he stomps out the forehead and goes for the cover.
That athleticism on full display here.
That is a great point. You talked earlier about that vertical leap ability, able to hit that knee from absolutely nowhere.
Freak athlete.
If this guy didn't play football, I'm shocked because he has the makings of a varsity athlete, if you ask me.
Connecting with every one of these uppercuts. Right now, if I could make a bit of an analogy, it's almost like if Tyler Franks is playing a SmackDown versus Raw, he's trying to get every one of those limbs to change color here.
He's trying to change everything to red, but unfortunately he didn't know to press L2 and hit the reverse right there.
He's going for the wide spread here. Brandon, notice Brandon going for that clubbing blow, using the hand, was having to hold on to it, trying to keep pressure on that wrist.
But he's sent right back into that corner for his troubles, still trying to get out of it. These uppercuts are unreal. Look, I mean, you can see
Debilitating.
the extra power that he's getting on that bicep, and you see that now as he just drives Brayden into the back of the
going for a
cover.
pin. No. And that's one thing, too. You weaken that hand, you really weaken the grip for that hell to pay ankle lock. That same move that has put away many, many opponents before him. It's kind of hard to hold your lock for the locksmith when your hand will give out. And now, being positioned on the top turnbuckle.
Dangerously close to those lights right there, just hanging over the ring.
It's the beauty of running shows here every time. Oh, you hear the crowd here. They're saying
They're
watch the
just as
lights.
concerned as we are. They know how insurance claims work.
Oh, wait. Locksmith has him in electric chair position. But no, Tyler Franks gets out, ripcord. Another uppercut.
More uppercuts. I mean, you've got to keep going back to the well if it works, but that big German suplex there from the locksmith looked to work just fine enough. Hopefully this is all that he needed to get back into this match.
The crowd now here in Florence, Alabama, trying to rally behind the locksmith, Brandon Williams, someone who's been here since day one of New South, who has really been the heart and soul. See, grabbing that hand.
He's not going to be able to get off very much offense if he keeps relying on that right hand. Gets scooped up.
Going for that final plow, but Brandon rolls through.
Almost had a winner of the first match. There's that knee.
And now getting him on the shoulders. We've seen this, that torture act spin out bomb. Brandon doing whatever he can to fight out, but having to use that injured hand.
He's got that waist control, but no, it gets reversed into waist control for Franks.
That way, oh, hold on. Hooks the tights. And now Brandon rolls through. Brandon wins.
Unbelievable.
Here is your winner of match 1 of the Best of 7 series, the locksmith, Brandon Williams.
Brandon Williams had to turn things around on a dime. We all saw him selling that hand. We know that hand has to be damaged, and he knew just as well as we did he wasn't going to get the win with any of that offense, so he had to do everything he can to use Franks' momentum against him, and that is exactly what he did, getting that roll-up win.
Well, we know Tyler not happy here as Brandon takes the lead 1-0 in this Best of 7 series. And we're going to keep action rolling right along, folks.
investment, Marcus Dillon.
I mean, where is he? Where is he?
See, me and him had a little chit chat earlier, and honestly, we determined that you're just not worth his time. You're not worth his energy. You're not worth the money it would take to drive to this podunk town. Quite frankly, what we all know would be a very quick victory for Marcus Dillon. But it's okay. It is okay. Because Marcus, he's a very nice man. He's a very caring man. He wanted to give something to all of his fans here in Florence, Alabama. And he knew that you were expecting him back, so he said you were a replacement opponent. And that replacement opponent is me.
And his opponent, Soraya
And as the bell sounds, our next match is underway. Rolando Perez, Soraya Saber, not who Perez was expecting to be facing tonight, but Marcus Dillon not able to make his way to Florence, Alabama for whatever reason it might be. But Perez wants to see a handshake, but Soraya has something else on her mind. And Carmen, you've got to think Rolando Perez was not exactly prepared for this match, but
I wasn't
not one
either,
to shy away.
I wasn't either. It seems like the investment Marcus Dillon away on business, sending his #1 investor, Soraya Saber, in to fight his battles for him.
You know, I've invested in a few stocks, what have you, before in my day. Nobody that I've ever invested in ever called me up and say, hey, can you go fight somebody for me?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, at least.
I got to check those Ford stocks. Who knows?
It looks like Perez is trying to, well, maybe doing his mating dance.
Yeah, I was gonna wait and see how you were gonna describe it.
I wasn't sure how I was going to say it.
Look at him straightening up the tie too. This is an aesthetically driven business. And you see Rolando Perez relies on that tie.
Things just come out of my mouth. I can't really control it.
Well,
Soraya with the reversal.
I'm a little worried about what might come out of Rolando's mouth here later in this match, but as of right now, he's doing everything he can to stay on top of Soraya Saber.
Now this is interesting though, because Rolando Perez originally scheduled to face Marcus Dillon, because Rolando rather had his eyes set on Soraya Saber, wanting to save her from Marcus Dillon.
Well, sometimes if you want to save somebody, if you really do care about somebody, you have to experiment with a little tough love. Yeah, you have to fight them. You got a brother or sister you ever thrown hands with, Carmen? It happens to all of us.
Oh, wait. Swivel of the hips.
Oh!
And another cannonball.
I guess the game plan is to knock some sense into Soraya Saber as he goes for that cover. Oh.
And the spectacular Miami Ice Rolando Perez looking to fire up the crowd here in attendance in Florence, Alabama.
Been firing up crowds for the National Wrestling Alliance, just like several members of the New South roster here recently.
I was about to say I wasn't really able to give Rolando his full entrance. The face of the NWA, Billy Corgan's favorite wrestler, all the stuff that he's checking out. Oh! Soraya, knowing Rolando would check on her,
using that kindness to her advantage. It's a beautiful back suplex there and goes for a cover.
Love makes us do foolish things, Rob.
It absolutely does, and I'm not going to fault Rolando Perez. Clearly, that's what's going on here. He is a lover more than he is a fighter, but he's going to have to fight if he wants to get out of the ring tonight.
How many women have we seen Rolando Perez pursue here in New South Wrestling over the years? It's got to be in the dozens at this point.
In professional wrestling, come on, this guy's something else.
Oh, Rolando.
Might have to straighten the tie again.
Charges in. Full steam ahead, right into the turnbuckles now. Saraya Saber, double underhook suplex.
Goes for the cover, took just a little bit too long. Rolando might be able to, Rolando able to kick out. If Saraya was a little quick on that cover, who knows? We might have already had a winner in this contest.
Rolando now firing back.
Aggressive offense that we're seeing here from Saraya Saber, doing everything she can to just beat the living hell out of Rolando Perez, expecting not to have to eat too much of that offense back.
And not as known about Saraya Saber here in New South Pro Wrestling. We know that she's been the mysterious benefactor behind Marcus Dillon, one of the many investors funding Marcus Dillon and all of his exploits, perhaps even funding the trip that he takes today. Hold on, Saraya going for a pinfall.
You know, and like you said, not a lot known about Saraya here in New South. Not a lot known in professional wrestling. Saraya Saber been very quiet here in the early years of her career in professional wrestling. But this is not my first Saraya Saber match that I've called, and I've got to say the aggression that we've seen is expected.
Very new to the business, of course, product of the Nightmare Factory, with a big clothesline there, wiping out Rolando. He's going for a cover again. No. Say what you will about Rolando. Obviously, he's a ladies' man. He's a bit cheeky, maybe overly confident, but what you cannot deny is his heart. This is someone who's very passionate about a lot of things, and pro wrestling absolutely being one of them.
Look, and don't let the size fool you. Don't let the bow tie fool you. Don't let the cool demeanor fool you as he hits that big wake-up call there in the corner. This is a man that has challenged for the NWA's World's Heavyweight Championship. This is a tough competitor.
Former New South Heavyweight Champion as well. Defeated Adam Priest for that title, and of course, who did he go on to lose it to? Kinsey Page, who is still our heavyweight champion to this day. Closing in on the longest reign of the heavyweight championship that we've ever had as Kinsey Page. Getting awful close there.
And we've been talking all day about #1 contenders and potential #1 contenders, and you've got to imagine Rolando has that title in the back of his mind at all times. Anytime you lose a prize so prestigious, you want to do everything you can to get it back.
Rolando now getting Saraya back up on her feet. Sends her into the turnbuckle. He's calling for it. A flurry of blows coming down onto Saraya Saber.
See if he lands on an even number. Nope, Saraya might be thinking cheeky Nando's.
Saraya, powerbomb variation, hooks the tights, not enough.
A deep stack on that cover. That was, I was expecting the victory there for Saraya.
A lot of leverage there between the long legs of Saraya and Rolando being folded in half.
It's not much to fold in half, but if you can do it, typically it'll work out in your advantage. Saraya thinking ripcord here, playing with the bow tie though. Wakes up Rolando, make sure he's here for it. Headbutt directly to the shoulder blades at that.
Missile headbutt from Rolando. Calling for it, the biggest boot. And he may be a lover, but there's one thing I know about Rolando. He is not gonna pass up a fight. Biggest boot. Saraya is knocked out cold.
That's it.
Here is your winner, Miami Ice, Rolando Perez.
Rolando Perez did not get the opponent that he was expecting tonight, but he still got the result he was expecting tonight as Rolando Perez once again is going to make his way to the pay window after getting a big one in the W column.
And now looking at Soraya Saber is almost like, hey, come on, I still got a chance.
And Soraya's looking at him like he must be outside of his mind, which is how most women look at Rolando Perez.
You may say that, but I feel like there's a connection here, Rob.
Well, Soraya Saber's fighting on for as long as she can. She's going to continue to fight that connection. I don't think Rolando's giving up anytime soon.
Oh, no. Rolando is very persistent if I know anything about him. But what a night it has been thus far. Up next, #1 contenders match, Dillon, McQueen, and Brogan family. It does not get much more personal than this.
Like we have already been talking about all throughout this show, this is the match that I came to New South to see more than anything, and this is going to be one of the most hard-hitting matches I think New South has ever seen.
Well, let's not keep them waiting. That match is coming up next. Not even waiting for the bell is Dillon McQueen. Quick on the attack against Brogan Finlay. And like we mentioned, folks, this one is personal.
And if you suffered the same kind of fate that Dillon McQueen suffered, went for that finisher there, the ZDT, but Brogan able to get out of it. But if you suffered the same fate Dillon McQueen suffered in the finals of the H.O.S.S tournament, you'd be quick on the attack too, as Dillon looks to fly.
Suicide dive, but no. Pumps the brakes.
Oh, but he still cuts off Brogan Finlay and meets him on the outside.
Now brawling on the outside, and this is where Brogan Finlay is most comfortable, though, so Dillon's got to watch out.
But
Dillon no slouch, though.
Exactly. Dillon no slouch, and like we said, with the anger that Dillon has in his heart towards the heartbreak killer Brogan Finlay, he will fight him all over this brewery. I'm surprised they won't be making their way over to the bar any second now.
Well, the night is still young. Of course, it really felt like this year was Dillon McQueen's year. It was like the whole city of Florence rallied behind Dillon McQueen, wanting him to win the heart of the Southern 16. And Brogan Finlay took it away right when Dillon, at one of his highs, he just eliminated Stallion Rogers from the match.
Exactly. Right after that elimination was whenever the heartbreak happened, whenever the back of Brogan Finlay was turned on Dillon McQueen. And you said the city of Florence behind Dillon McQueen. I've got to tell you, Carmen, the entire Southeast behind Dillon McQueen. A comeback story of the ages. This man could not walk last year, and he is back, and he's in the greatest shape of his life as you see that beautiful flying knee.
And now calling for it once more. Suicide dive from Zaddy. Dillon McQueen is fired up tonight, Rob.
And Dillon McQueen is needing to use this newfound aggression. We know Dillon McQueen's a tough competitor, but this level of aggression is not something that many of his fans have ever seen, and he's gonna have to use every bit of that and stay on top of Brogan Finlay if he wants to walk away with the win. But Brogan Finlay able to suplex Dillon onto that apron and cut off that huge offense from Dillon while he can.
Yeah, notice where he targeted that lower back, the same lower back that kept Dillon McQueen out of action when he was in the hospital. Again, unable to walk. Dillon McQueen paralyzed from the back down, essentially.
A lot of fans don't realize how bad that injury was, not just physically, but not just physically though, but mentally. What that did to Dillon McQueen! But physically, he's taken more torment than he has in quite a long time. He just ate every bit of that suplex on the concrete floor.
This is a man whose career was almost ended. We almost never saw Dillon McQueen in a wrestling ring again. Someone who had to relearn how to walk. And here he is, getting slammed back first into this cold, hard concrete.
Yo, and this concrete might be cold and hard, but I'll tell you something else that's cold. That is the heart of Brogan Finlay, as Finlay is doing everything he can. Goes for a cover. But
has a beat.
But Finlay doing everything he can to try to get Dillon McQueen right back in that hospital bed.
But think about it. See, Dillon McQueen favoring that lower back now. Think of how much pressure that has to put on the lower back to kick out with that much momentum to get the weight of Brogan Finlay off your chest.
Brogan knows what he's doing. It isn't just personal. This is also a wrestling match for the #1 contendership of the New South Heavyweight Championship. As much as Brogan hates Dillon right now, he wants that championship even more.
And we mentioned earlier when speaking about Kylie Alexa, someone who on paper may not have a ton of experience, only been in the game for a few short years, but also grew up. Obviously, we don't need to sit here and speak about his legendary family that he comes from, but that is what he grew up in. He's been around wrestling his entire life. He knows this business inside and out.
Not only did he grow up in, like you said, a very historic wrestling family, but talk about some of the toughest individuals that this world of professional wrestling has ever seen, and you're seeing that now with that stiff chop there from Brogan Finlay.
Brogan bleeding from the eye as he charges in, eats a knee from Dillon.
But Brogan's a bull. He's seeing red, and it's just gonna make him attack even harder.
Sickening.
Goes for a cover once again, does Finlay.
Has him hooked, no. And you see Brogan wiping the blood. He does, not even looking upset. He just looks more just undisturbed whatsoever. He's like, oh, are we doing this? Okay.
Cold and calculated, I think, are two words that we can use to describe Brogan Finlay right now.
Just unfazed by the blood pouring out of his head right now.
And see, and that's the first moment he's even thought about checking on that bloody eye. It's the last of his concerns. The first thing that he's worried about is sending Dillon McQueen home.
Focused on Dillon. Snapmare takeover again to the lower back, and now going to slow down the pace here.
And I don't think wrestling fans realize just how much a sleeper hold like this really weighs down the opponent. Not only is he getting choked out right now from his opponent, but Finlay trying to put every bit of his upper body down on the back of Dillon McQueen. And you see that right there as Dillon McQueen was trying to fight out of it, got slammed right down into the center of the mat for his troubles.
Oh, now sent to the outside.
And this is concrete, folks. There is absolutely no padding whatsoever on this floor. This is hard concrete. And if you, like Dillon McQueen, have a history of back injuries, this is the last place you want to be.
Dillon, one of the toughest competitors in the locker room, and sometimes to a fault. Sometimes may push himself a little too hard.
That aggression, which can be great, which can help you win a wrestling match, has gotten in Dillon's way before, like you said, and he's on a count of 7 right now.
But at what point does it backfire? Obviously, you want to win the match, but you got to think long-term. You got to think quality of life. You got to think your career.
You know, and I think that you hit the nail on the head, and that's exactly, I don't think Dillon has gotten himself in that headspace yet, but considering what he had to fight through, what adversity he had to overcome in 2022, that is where Dillon's head needs to be. But I think he has to get through this betrayal. I think he has to get past his former friend, Brogan Finlay, before he can change anything with his thinking.
Speaking of betrayal, just think of the few months that Dillon McQueen has had since returning. We think back to WrestleVania back in October, Gadsden, Alabama, that beautiful show we had at the amphitheater outdoors where we saw Kylie and Kinsey stomp on the chair around the throat of Dillon, putting him out of action. Dillon went on record, said he didn't want to come back to New South. He didn't even want to be around Kinsey. Didn't want to share a locker room. And back at Winter Wars Rumble, he made his return. Had a change of heart, decided, you know what? Not only am I going to take down Kinsey Page, not only am I going to take down the Helm, I'm going to take the one thing that means the most to her. And if she doesn't have it, so be it. I still want to take her down.
But during all that, like you said, that betrayal almost kept
look at
Zaddy
the
out of action as he hits that huge powerbomb on the Finlay.
The strength of Dillon McQueen to just pick Brogan Finlay out of the air. Are you kidding me?
But this is the story of Dillon McQueen. You cannot talk about Dillon McQueen without mentioning the word betrayal. As he was betrayed from the Helm, from his best friend Kinsey Page, did not even want to return to the company, but decided to. And then, during the H.O.S.S tournament, in the final, no less, gets betrayed by his other best friend, Brogan Finlay.
Well,
but hopefully tonight he can put one of those demons to rest.
Well, yeah, I think after the hard-fought battles that, to be honest, both these men went through in H.O.S.S. You look at who Dillon McQueen defeated leading up to his eventual loss. Hold up. Let's see what he has in line here. Widow's Peak. Going for a cover. Let me interrupt my thought here. 1, 2. No. Ooh. But you look to see who both men defeated in the H.O.S.S tournament. Of course, first round, Dillon McQueen defeating Kylie Alexa. Second round, Warhorse, someone who's been, you know, a centerpiece of the independent wrestling scene for years. And then in the finals, defeating Stallion Rogers, but unable to overcome Brogan Finlay. Brogan, though, no easy route, rather, in H.O.S.S either. Had a tough fight. Martin Stone, first round, Channing Thomas the second, and then, of course, eliminating Dillon McQueen in the finals.
And that huge cutter there might have eliminated Dillon in this match.
Of course, Brogan would go on to lose to eventual winner Hunter Drake. Pump kick.
That might be all she wrote.
Hooks the leg, and this is it, folks. Brogan Finlay. No,
Dillon kicked out.
I am just as surprised as you are, Rob.
I was ready to write this match off and move on to the next, but no, Zaddy's still with some fight in him.
You cannot count out Zaddy.
I absolutely agree with the New South faithful. This match is awesome. And Brogan Finlay looking to do something a little more awesome as he goes to the top rope.
And a kip up from Dillon McQueen.
Oh my goodness, a pump kick all the way to the top.
That freak athleticism from Dillon McQueen, sending that massive frame airborne. Now speaking of airborne, climbing his way up top, has Brogan hooked.
Be careful for the air ducts, guys. Oh my goodness, huge superplex from Dillon McQueen.
And again, while it may have caused damage to Brogan, hold on, double pinfall. While it may have done damage to Brogan Finlay, you also have to think Dillon McQueen landed squarely on the lower back.
Both of these men have given so much already in hopes to walk away with a win here tonight, and now you are seeing both of them sitting here. They're not just laying in the mat. They're not just trying to get to their feet. Their gears are spinning. They are both thinking, what do I need to do next? What is it going to take to put this man away? Both men trade these huge elbow shots directly to the jaw of one another in the center of the ring.
Dillon looking down at Brogan, now off the ropes. Oh, thought he connected with a kick. Brogan picking the leg out of midair and again targeting that lower back. That single leg Boston Crab working over the lower back of Dillon McQueen. He may have no choice but to tap.
And he's sitting on it, and now look at, he reverses it.
Transition into the STF. Got caught it by another name. As Dillon now trying to find solace, rolling over underneath the ropes. Breaking that plane, now officially out of bounds, as you would say.
Sure. But Dillon having to take this moment not only to try to get back to his feet, but as you can see, coughing up a lung on the outside, has absolutely had the breath knocked out of him by this offense from Brogan Finlay.
We see Brogan Finlay also looking worse for wear, limping. Obviously, you see the physical marks across the face. Also may have done some damage to that leg, but no.
Tries to pull the tree stump, as they say on the outside.
It's one thing to win a match, it's another to try to end a man's career.
Dillon still got plenty of fight left, though.
Oh, on the shoulders of Brogan with a Death Valley driver. Death Valley driver to the apron. Brogan Finlay sit to the floor and now staying on top of his opponent, rolls Dillon McQueen back in the ring, and this is his chance. If Brogan Finlay can get in the ring right now, we are going to have a new #1 contender for Kenzie Page's championship. But no, going up top, what does he have in mind?
Put him away. He wants to make a statement on his way to do it, and it's that huge elbow drop from the top.
And we are going to have a new number. No!
How?
You have got to be kidding me.
How?
Brainbuster, and this is how he eliminated Dillon McQueen from H.O.S.S. He hooks both legs. No!
How much more can our hearts take? Twice in a row, we thought Dillon McQueen was rode off, but Dillon McQueen still as defiant as ever.
The crowd here pretty evenly split. As you hear the crowd of Let's Go Zaddy. You also hear Brogan, wait, hold on, Brogan going under the ring.
Got a steel chair.
Come on, enough is enough. You have a match to win, Brogan.
The referee is not gonna allow this. What is Finlay doing?
Wait. Referee Harrison making the stop. Dillon McQueen.
An eye for an eye and a ball for a ball, just like the Bible says.
Blocked. I think I might have skipped that one, but the Zaddy T hooks the leg.
He did it!
Here is your winner, heavyweight championship, Dillon McQueen.
Such an emotional match. I was invested beginning to end, forgot to ring the bell. I was so invested. I cannot believe we've seen Dillon McQueen fight through so much adversity in his life. Tonight was nothing new for Zaddy.
A hard-fought victory from Dillon McQueen, who has his eyes set on that New South Heavyweight Championship, and most importantly, his eyes set on Kenzie Page.
Kenzie Page, you're next! I'm coming for what's mine!
tonight. The waiting's done, baby. We're leaving draped in gold. Come on!
Introducing first, the team of Big Dave in Positively. Big Dave Security and Management, B.D.S.M. In their hearts, they are the reigning New South Tag Team Champions, Chris Crunk, Kevin Ryan, the Akuto Death Society!
And as the bell sounds, this match is underway. The Akuto Death Society once again defending those New South Tag Team Championships, but this time not against Best of Both Worlds. Now they take on the team of Big Dave and Positively, B.D.S.M.
Second time tonight, the Akuto Death Society putting their titles on the line. Now a weakened Akuto Death Society going against B.D.S.M, who many would say is their destiny to become New South Tag Team Champions. Whoa, hold on.
They might not get to realize that destiny as Kevin Ryan and Chris Crunk jumping them from behind as this match gets started, but you got to do what you got to do. These guys, like you said, these guys have already been weakened. They want to go home with their belts tonight.
Big Dave, Positively, someone who bursted on the scene here in New South Pro Wrestling. Of course, started their journey with the New South Wrestling Academy. Quickly became fan favorites here. You can hear the way the crowd reacts. The crowd here in Florence, Alabama absolutely loves B.D.S.M.
You said it, not me. But, I mean, not to mention also, yes, fan favorites is B.D.S.M, but also the Akuto Death Society, no slouches. Everybody loves the ADS. Everybody loves the ADS so much, these guys have had to fight for their name recently.
Absolutely fighting for their name. And we'll see the other Akuto Death Society later on tonight. Of course, the original ADS formed by Chris Crunk and Donnie Primetime will be in action later tonight. Pinfall made by Kevin Ryan. Looking to make this match quick. These two are weakened from earlier tonight. They're tired. They are ready to get out of here.
It's a very interesting dynamic that you're seeing in matches like these, because just like you said, they have to do everything that they can, of course, to retain. But at the same time, they understand their gas tank is not full. They've got a half a tank going into this matchup right now, going against B.D.S.M, that cover now here for Crunk. But going against B.D.S.M, which, like you said, not only have a full tank of gas, but the people here in Florence love them. And if you don't think that the way the crowd reacts can sway the momentum of a match, you'd be dead wrong, because it absolutely can.
Absolutely, and ADS not very familiar with being on the the other end of the chants. They're used to being the fan favorites, and here we are, B.D.S.M. Perhaps maybe getting a little more cheers than they are.
Well, we're going to see exactly, like I said, we're going to see exactly how much that plays into this match. No effect so far.
As Kevin Ryan charges in, Dave doing what he can to fight off Chris Crunk in the corner. The ADS, of course, won the tag team championships off of Infrared, our longest reigning tag team champions in history on night 1 of H.O.S.S. in a brutal knockout, drag-out fight. Saw Kevin Ryan dive off of a ladder through 2 doors. We saw...
This guy's nuts. Kevin Ryan is one of the craziest competitors I've ever had a chance to call.
We saw a Spanish fly off the top rope into a pile of wrestling action figures. It was absolute insanity. There's not much ADS won't do to pick up a victory.
There's not much that Kevin Ryan won't do to put his own body into danger if it'll equate to a victory for the Akuto Death Society.
The very definition of the word daredevil is Kevin Ryan. Meanwhile, Chris Crunk on the inside, and there is a reason they call him nothing to lose, folks. This is someone who will throw his body essentially into a wood chipper if it means it'll give him a victory.
These two guys are a match made in heaven. Both absolutely nuts and willing to do whatever it takes to win. And it is that right there that you need to have if you want to win not only this match, but you got to remember, like we said, this is not their first match tonight. And if you want to go home with that victory, you have to have exactly what these men have, and that is basically they're nuts.
And as crazy as it sounds, with as young as Crunk and Kevin Ryan are, this is almost like the new guard versus the old guard here. ADS, both Chris Crunk and Kevin Ryan have been around New South for years. Meanwhile, B.D.S.M. just getting started in their journey. Flex with a pin.
Now
Arrogant cover.
That surprises me. Like we've been talking about, obviously these men know what they need to do to go home with a victory tonight, as that big boot from Big Dave connects right to the face of Kevin Ryan. These men know exactly what they need to do, and they know that they need to put the pressure on B.D.S.M. But that cocky pin, you got to know Kevin Ryan knows that wasn't going to do it.
Big Dave sent over the top, connects with a right.
Beautiful shot, but gets met by Chris Crunk for his troubles.
Rolled to the center of the ring. Right in the danger zone. Springboard senton. Cover made. Legs hook. No.
The offense of Kevin Ryan never ceases to amaze me. It's unreal. It's literally unreal.
There are things I've seen Kevin Ryan pull out of his arsenal that I've never seen from another human being. B.D.S.M. chance cut off quickly there with ADS. Again, these two fan favorite teams going head to head.
The crowd is just as torn as anybody else because they love B.D.S.M. They love ADS. They've got to decide at some point who it is they want to win.
Look at the face of Big Dave right now.
Ooh, he knew something big was coming, but he's ready to eat every bit of it. Big Dave is hungry, and these big kicks to the chest from Kevin Ryan might be exactly the meal he's craving.
I thought you were going to say he was big, and I was going to agree.
He is big.
He likes it when we call him big, and that big lariat just turned Kevin Ryan inside out. Talk about a throwback. What a lariat there.
That huge lariat almost looked like it came from a place that's usually hot this time of year and every time of year. He tries to make his way over to the corner and
tag made to Chris Crunk.
Crunk's
Dave
in,
close. Tag is made
as well.
To Positive Lee. Looking to cookie two-step his way to the tag team championships. Just sent Kevin Ryan into Crunk in the corner.
Even Positive Lee doesn't know what to do with himself after getting the hot tag.
Olympic slam charges in. Now in the corner, running Bulldog spikes Chris Crunk. A cover is made, and we can have new tag team champions. Ooh. Kevin Ryan barely short there, breaking up the pinfall, but not needed nonetheless. Chris Crunk kicking out at 2. The straps have come down. Lee is fired up. And that'll stop it.
That'll stop any man.
No,
it doesn't
maybe
stop
not.
Positive
What?
Lee.
What?
What the hell?
The big positive machine running wild.
I'm stunned.
What are we witnessing?
Positively, all the momentum in the world, but as he's got Crunk on his shoulders.
Laughing or not, Lee is a very serious competitor. No, wait, hold up.
He's
hold
not.
up. No way. No way.
He's not.
Oh my God! Double Death Valley driver from Positively. He's got to make a cover. This is it, kid. Make your shit. No.
Positively almost made me a believer right there. I cannot believe he was able to, not only did he have Crunk on his shoulders, but he's able to get Ryan on his shoulders, and he dropped both of them.
The storybook ending, not quite there. And notice Big Dave on the floor. He didn't witness any of that. It's usually Big Dave, the powerhouse of the team. Big Dave didn't see any of that whatsoever. Going for the high-low, but a super kick. Stomp combo from ADS puts an end to that.
Positively, just as surprised as we were, took a little bit too much time in the corner to think about his next move. And as you see, the Akuto Death Society back on the offensive.
And now it's Chris Crunk who has Positively on his shoulders. Fireman carry position. What is going on here? Straight!
Oh, goodness.
Double stomp cutter combo.
That's
and a
it.
cover made from Chris Crunk. No! What? A two. You've got to be kidding me.
If that didn't do it, Carmen, what will?
This is exactly why B.D.S.M has quickly become the hottest tag team in New South Pro Wrestling. It's the heart, the drive, the passion.
But let's not forget the skill and the know-how of the Akuto Death Society, but Positively able to make it to his corner.
Made it, in comes the big man.
The ADS might have bit off a little more than they can chew here as the big man himself, Big Dave, gets in the ring.
And quick draw. Using Kevin Ryan for the assist here. Big Dave is a house of fire. Chris Crunk ducks the lariat. In comes Kevin Ryan. Kevin Ryan misses. Big boot. And now has him up. Thought going for that fall-away slam, that patented maneuver.
Having a hard time getting Kevin up on his shoulders, though.
No.
Treat.
Power slam, perhaps.
Wants to tag the turnbuckles on the way down.
Power slam complete. Now, this is where Big Dave is going to have to stay on top of his opponent. Of course, Kevin Ryan, Chris Crunk, the veterans here. A lot more experience than the young Big Dave, and Positively. Dave off the ropes, connects with another lariat.
All four men are in the ring in some way, shape, or form right now.
Oh, no! Miscalculation there. Chris Crunk ducks. Dave wipes out his own partner. And now Dave, look where Dave is. Center of the ring.
The Akuto Death Society looking to put him away.
And that could be the nail in the coffin of the hopes of B.D.S.M, and it is. Here are your winners, and still New South Tag Team Champions, the Akuto Death Society.
The ADS not too good to scoff at a shortcut opportunity. Chris Crunk instinctively ducking that clothesline from Big Dave, and Positively the partner of Big Dave eating that shot instead. And that is what led to the Akuto Death Society retaining their championship.
That experience advantage playing a huge role here. Meanwhile, you can feel the heartbreak in the room as Dave and Lee left here, center of the ring.
Introducing first, Dr. Tibadow.
The stipulations for this match is, if Brax threw that curtain and stepped foot in this ring, he's disqualified. It better be Bubba Boudreaux that walked through that curtain. The second stipulation, if he decides to chop me, he's also disqualified. Now bring him out here.
And his opponent, Bubba Boudreaux.
We're not even underway with the match, and Tibadow brought something to the ring. A lot of stipulations here.
Did he say no chops?
No chops.
In a wrestling match.
What? Oh, come on! The motorcycle helmet from the wreck that nearly killed Boudreaux. That's as personal as it gets, folks. As this family clash finally happens at Southern Hostility.
Nobody knows how to break your heart quite like your own blood, and we're seeing that right now.
Well, we've seen tensions rising for a few months now, of course, all spawned from the We Love Pro Wrestling scramble. We saw things break down after the match. And then, of course, H.O.S.S is like, every time I turned around, these two were brawling through the ring. We had the cops called to the venue. Like, it was a lot going on. This father-son combo, things have broken down as Tibadow goes over the top. Important note, I know the match graphic says Brax. This is Bubba Boudreaux, apparently.
I am from Louisiana. I've met a lot of Boudreaux and Tibadows in my life. And, yeah, these guys look the part.
Boudreaux now sent into the ring.
Tibadow being a little too cocky right now as he's slow to get back in the ring, but still meets Bubba Boudreaux with that big spear. Guess he imagines he has to have his own dad's number in this match. Sizing him up in the corner.
Charging in, full steam ahead. Big boot into the corner.
Tibadow saying he's done, but it might take just a little bit more than that to put Bubba Boudreaux away as Boudreaux sends Tibadow to the outside.
Now on the outside. Boudreaux on the opposite side, building up a bit of steam here. Sends Tibadow into the ropes.
Pounced him directly into that bottom rope, and then that rope rebounding Tibadow right to the outside onto the concrete.
Sorry, could you tell me what that move was again?
That was a pounce.
Oh, I was really hoping for something else.
Oh, well. It's not the first time I broke your heart. It probably won't be the last.
It's Tibadow, speaking of broken hearts, crumbling down to the floor here. Gouging at the eyes, crushing the head.
Referee being very lenient with his count now.
You try getting in between a father and son fighting.
Like I said, I'm from Louisiana. I've been in between a few of them.
Anywhere else in America, this would be a domestic disturbance. You put it in a wrestling ring.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
exactly.
Totally normal.
Exactly, and I've like I said, I've seen a few of these.
Settle your difference here.
And his Papa looking to take him to the woodshed here, but no, that jawbreaker gets him out of it. Tibadow back on the offensive.
You got to imagine the thought process going into this. Tibadow wanting to put out the man who brought him into the business.
Goes for the cover.
Hooks the leg. He's got it deep. No.
Yeah, but that spine buster almost took Tibadow out of this world just as quickly as he was brought into it. Crowd here is picking their favorites. They're siding with Daddy on this one. Ooh, big shot.
That southpaw coming in hot. Now, speaking of coming in hot, right behind him, Tibadow charges in.
Ooh. That kick sent him right back down, though. Looks like Bubba's going for another cover.
Did not work out the way he wanted to. No.
Very close.
As close as it comes, folks.
Now he's got a hand wrapped around the throat of Tibadow while he gouges the eyes out. No love lost, clearly.
Pulling up Tibadow now. Knee to the spine and now working those arms backwards. Putting a lot of torque in between the shoulder blades.
Oh, wants to switch it over, thinking something else, maybe STF possibly.
This has got to feel great. Well, I say great. It's got to feel bittersweet for the father in this moment after all they've been through. But Tibadow bringing out the helmet that Boudreaux was wearing and that nearly fatal motorcycle crash. Boudreaux, much like Dillon McQueen, was stuck in a hospital bed for weeks on end.
You know, and this is a wrestling match. At the end of the day, your goal is to win. Your goal is to plant your opponent's shoulders down to the mat for 3 seconds or make them tap. And I'm sure in the moment, regardless of who wins that match, it's going to feel great. But I feel like this has to be a lose-lose situation for both of these men.
I was about to say that was not effective, but the momentum sending Boudreaux to the outside.
Effective enough.
Of course, these two came into the scene here at New South Pro Wrestling as a team called The Nest, Tibadow and Brax. Behind the scenes of this father and son, things have fallen apart rather quickly.
And that's exactly my point right there. Once these guys, once the dust has settled and once a winner has been decided in this match, at the end of the day, Thanksgiving dinner is going to be a little off.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. Not sure if we have a great view there on camera, but Tibadow gouging the eyes of Boudreaux.
And you've seen that back and forth from both of these men, both gouging each other's eyes out.
But you got to think how smart that is of Tibadow, have his back turned to the camera so the camera cannot pick up on his cheating.
Can't be used against you, not admissible in court.
Referee Harrison up to a count of 6. And you got to wonder if Boudreaux is going to be able to make it into the ring.
Will a count out be enough to suffice Tibadow? We just might find out.
Not today. I got to wonder, thinking back to the stipulation, are Boudreaux's chops just that hard, or does Tibadow just not like chops?
I mean, look, I can tell you from experience, the last person you want throwing hands at you is your own father, because that daddy strength is something special, and I think he's just thinking ahead.
A lot of pent-up frustration on top of that.
Not to mention the size difference. He probably caved Tibadow's chest in. Oh,
Black hole slam.
That's got to be it.
Makes the cover. No, pulls him up.
Wants a little more punishment.
Has him on the shoulders.
Huge driver.
Now another cover made, and Boudreaux's gonna win. Nope, foot on the rope.
That ring awareness, you know, and I gotta tell you, Bubba Boudreaux probably beating himself up, because you know who taught him that.
Great ring awareness there.
Tibadow now on the outside,
leading the charge, staying on top of Tibadow.
Might have felt worse than the chop if you're asking me, but I'm no expert.
Wait, threatening to punch him again.
Oh, right against the post.
Head sandwiched between a proverbial rock and a hard place, except this time the rock is the fist and the hard place is the post.
A hell of a headache in the morning.
It don't get too much harder than that.
Oh, but Bubba Boudreaux a little too slow in as Tibadow was able to hit the double stomp directly to the back of Bubba Boudreaux.
Both men stirring. Now making their way to their feet. Tibadow, I thought was going for a neck breaker, but no. Forearm to the back of the head, the base of the neck. Oh!
That's right.
Not enough stank on it, though, as Bubba Boudreaux right back up to his feet. The offense of Tibadow is waning. Oh! Turns him inside out.
Both men wiped out from exhaustion.
I'm exhausted just calling it.
We still got more action to call, Rob. Hang in there. Still got a main event right up next. That fatal four-way #1 contenders match.
I'm gonna have to dig into the reserves for that one.
Now, Boudreaux on his feet. Tibadow not too far behind. Charges in, eats a boot.
Took just a little too much time. Paid for it.
Superman punch. Boudreaux a little rocked, but still on his feet, hanging steady. Up again, going for that driver once more. Harrison had his eyes gouged, and a low blow from Tibadow.
Come on. Referee didn't see the low blow, can't see much of anything right now. Oh, Tibadow. Is Tibadow telling the referee that he was just chopped?
Are you kidding me?
He just feigned a chop? No.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Come on.
Here is your winner by disqualification, Tibadow. That was absolutely ridiculous. Come on.
Well, we now know why the stipulation was there, because whenever he got to a point where he was swimming in deep water and he knew he was going to drown, he did everything he could to pull out the life preserver, and that's what that was.
Taking the easy way out is what that is. Not just the low blow, but then feigning a chop just to get out of the match. As frustrating as that may be, folks, it's main event time. Up next, fatal four-way elimination match for the #1 contendership. It's going to be a big main event. Rob, are you as excited as I am?
I am over the moon excited. Not only do we have 4 huge tag teams, but 4 of the best tag teams that New South could possibly find.
And we are about to show you folks watching right now why we are the best in the South.
Kerry and I know time is money, and we were told we were going to get a one-fall match tonight. So as far as I see it, I don't want to waste everyone's time staying here all night, beating all three of you. So how about, shut up, how about we just do one fall? One fall's so much easier. It's what a real professional does, like myself. It's what a real professional does, like Kerry Awful. So announce it as one fall, because I don't want to be here any longer than I need to. One fall! One fall! The following contest is scheduled for one fall. One fall! It is for the #1 contendership for the New South Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, representing the Helm, Zach Johnson and Walker 13. In the corner to my left, they are the team of Stunt Marshall and Donnie Primetime, the Akuto Death Society Hard Target. In the corner to my right, they are the team of Kerry Awful and Iggy, the Carnies. And last but not least, they are the team
And it is main event time. What was scheduled to be an elimination tag team match now scheduled for one fall.
One fall. If I haven't said it already, Carmen, God, do I love New South. I have yet to hear a 69 chant at any wrestling
There's a
show.
first for everything. Of course, we saw at the GCW versus New South show the chant that got started for Nick Iggy. He was not very pleased with that one. Meanwhile, in the ring, speaking of people who aren't typically pleased, Zach Johnson walks around in a foul mood all day. Not a very pleasant human being.
Not whatsoever. And he is met opposite the most humble man in all of professional wrestling, at least in his words. But in my experience, not a very pleasant human being either. You know, Nick E. complaining about getting home early and everything, but not in any kind of hurry to actually get the action started.
You know, I was thinking the same exact thing, Rob.
2 peas in a pod, Carmen. That's me.
Finally, oh. Thought they were going for a collar and elbow top. Oh no. The Memphis-made monster Walker 13 standing behind Nick Iggy.
He didn't appreciate that one very much. Oh! Sends him directly into his corner.
And it's not often I support the actions of Walker 13, but in this instance, I do feel like it was well-deserved.
Yeah, Nick Iggy's usually asking for it, and it's exactly what's happening right now. A little bit of double team here.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, if you ask me.
Sure.
Zach jaw-jacking with 999s on the outside, saying, "You want it?" Chopped made to the chest of Nick Iggy, and now, again, this match, advertised, elimination. This has been changed, single fall.
And you know, it's very ironic because Nick Iggy said, you know, let's get out of here early, not waste anybody's time, single fall. I would argue a single fall match is going to last a lot longer because in most cover attempts in an elimination match, the other teams aren't going to try to break it up because they want the field to be dwindled down.
And I was going to say, that really changes the dynamic of this match because now everyone's going to have their eyes on the center of that ring. And also, you got to think, right now, you see in the center of the ring, Zach Johnson, Donnie, Primetime. Look who's on the outside. None of these men are eligible to secure a pinfall. So right now, 999s, they can't even pick up a pinfall if they wanted to.
And I'm sure Hunter Drake is going to take the rest, as we know, having a match earlier in the night against Kylie Alexa. Like you said, very hard-fought match. And he's going to take cover there from Stunt Marshall, but just like that, you see Hunter Drake, though, not taking too much time to rest on his laurels, and he paid for it.
Stunt Marshall knocking Hunter Drake off the apron.
I am very familiar with Hate Hogan, probably more than anybody else that I've called on this show tonight, and that is not a guy whose bad side you want to be on.
It feels like everyone is on the bad side of Stunt Marshall.
Well, try to avoid him if you can.
And thus far, momentum firmly in the favor of the hard targets.
We might be seeing another Akuto Death Society versus Akuto Death Society show-off for the titles if the hard targets are able to maintain control.
Suplex from Stunt Marshall, immediately going to a pinfall cover.
Beautiful snap on that suplex, too, not wasting any time.
And Brayden Toon, who tried to break up that pinfall, got caught on the ropes.
Thankfully, it wasn't needed. Donnie Primetime now in the ring, and we got some double team from the hard targets.
Double elbow drop from the hard targets.
If they're not calling that the Predator elbow, they need to be. I'll take my 10%.
Going for the best friend handshake. Oh, Zach Johnson makes the tag to Brayden Toon.
And the big man is in, and the big man is ready to play.
That also plays an interesting dynamic in this match. Notice Zach Johnson didn't tag in his partner, Walker 13. He was closer to Brayden Toon. Chose to tag in Brayden, get that little bit of a break, that rest that he needs.
It's exactly what you've got to do. Yes, you are making a sacrifice there, because now if the cover happens and your team's not involved, you're screwed. But at the same time, if you got to get out, you got to get out.
You have to weigh the options. Stunt Marshall fighting out of that one. Suplex into a powerbomb, double cover, and no.
Beautiful double team action there from Triple Nines.
Donnie sending Hunter to the outside, and now calling for a tag.
Stunt's a little dazed, though. Oh, goodness. Tries to make his way to his partner, but eats a super kick. And now you see Kerry Awful, the gargoyle, tagged into the match.
Falls back into the corner of the Carnies. And now Kerry Awful, Brayden Toon, center of the ring. Kerry Awful.
You saw Hunter Drake trying to convince Kerry Awful in the fervor to tag him in, but Kerry Awful says, I'm not falling for that one.
The most seasoned performer in this ring. Now choking Brayden Toon. Oh, what's that, gum?
Oh,
come on.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Ugh.
Oh, come on. Using the gross out to distract everyone so that his partner could land in a couple of shots.
Not that I'm condoning a "you sick F-word" chant at a family-friendly event, but
I mean, I'm not going to start it.
I feel like that would warrant one.
I'm not going to start it. I might participate at the end.
Look at this. Tag made to Nick Iggy.
Very unique, innovative offense from the Carnies, but that is exactly what these two guys are, unique and innovative, as well as well-seasoned.
As dangerous and technical as this team is, they also have such a knack for getting in the head of their opponents. Nick Iggy obviously doesn't make a lot of friends anywhere he goes, but Kerry Awful definitely got a skill of being manipulative, playing these mind games, getting in the head of his opponent.
Manipulative mentally and physically. This man can manipulate your body in ways that you never thought possible. Ooh. Just you manipulated one of his chest all the way to the other side of his shoulder with that chop. Irish whip right back into his corner, cutting off the rings. What you got to do?
And notice the strategy here of the Carnies. Notice how they're always going back to their own corner. They're not allowing their opponent. Oh, hold on, pinfall. They're not allowing their opponent to be thrown into a turnbuckle close to another competitor where they could blind tag their way into the match.
Not only that, are they doing everything they can to avoid those blind tags? They're trying to keep their opponent in their corner. Not only that, but quick tags are being utilized, maintaining their freshness.
In order to weaken Brayden Toon further, but a tag is made.
And Donnie Primetime and Stunt Marshall trying to decide who got the tag in time.
None of these men want to get in the ring right now.
I'm not trying to face off against the Carnies either, if I'm not going to lie to you, but there's a reason I'm over here behind the desk. Stunt Marshall and Donnie Primetime both now in the ring against both of the Carnies.
And Nick Iggy swinging that belt around wildly. Trust me, I've been on the wrong end of that weight belt. It does not feel good, folks.
Four-way eye pokes. You love to see it now. All eyes, all eight eyes have been tagged.
Well, you would love to see it, but oh, come on!
Nobody's going to see anything. Double roll-ups, but referee's out of commission. Both Donnie Primetime and
Hunter from up top.
Oh, goodness!
Hits the lights. Kip up now wipes out the helm. And now triple nines in the center of the ring. What do they have in mind? Gonna crisscross. Up and over. Double. Acai moonsault to the floor.
Now, I've seen this from Hunter Drake, and you expect that from Hunter Drake, but seeing his partner Brayden too do the same thing. I am in agreement with the New South crowd.
Oh, here comes the monster. Zach Johnson over the top.
Stunt's back in the ring, though. And Stunt flies!
Tope con heel from the eighth wonder of the world.
Oh, goodness, but the gargoyle is now perched up on top of that top turnbuckle.
Kerry awful up top.
Oh, my God!
Corkscrew cannonball to the floor.
Wait, while everybody else is distracted, knocked out on the outside, Walker 13's up. He's not gonna do this, is he?
I'm just more surprised at the crowd chanting for Kerry awful. Meanwhile, Donnie, Primetime, super kick to the Memphis-made monster, who may be down on one knee, but you see the look on his face. I think he lured him right in, goozled.
He's gonna send Donnie Primetime over the top rope.
Choke slam over the top. Good God!
And Walker 13 is now the last man standing in this match, but that is not the stipulation.
Now, what is on the mind of Walker 13? What? No.
He's not gonna fly.
No.
Not this
no,
guy.
No. You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, goodness! All men into the front row!
Like Jason Voorhees doing a suicide dive. Are you kidding me?
That guy's getting a little too close for comfort. Keep Walker 13 over there.
I
We'll
do
be all
not
right.
want him this close to me. Walker 13, of course, the monster of the Helm, the enforcer of our champion, Kenzie Page. And if all goes to plan tonight, the Helm could walk away, #1 contenders. And could you imagine the power that the Helm would have if
I was about to say
if everyone in the group held championship gold? Hold up, bump handle backbreaker.
Walker 13 just might make that a reality after this ripcord.
Ripcord German.
The Helm with all of the gold in New South would be a very dark day for professional wrestling. And if Kerry Awful has anything to say about it, he's not gonna let it happen.
Going for a vertebreaker? Are you kidding me?
Oh, just barely gets the big man up, but just enough to send him down.
The spit off.
Huge blue thunder bomb there from Donnie Primetime. Or
From
that's
Zach
not
Johnson.
Jack Johnson. My
It's the hair.
apologies.
It's the hair. Sling blade.
You paused too. I know you got caught up. Nick Iggy in the ring now.
Zach Johnson, of course, the disciple of the Helm. Someone brought in, trained under Kenzie Page, and now has devoted his life to make sure she stays New South Heavyweight Champion. Oh!
He's not going to be able to do much after he eats some offense like that.
Blockbuster from the second rope. And now in comes Stunt Marshall. I'm having a hard time keeping up with who's legal.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with literally who's who. What are you talking about? Stunt Marshall, that fireman's carry.
Rolls him through, super kick. And now he has him hooked. Brings him up, release suplex.
The big old hate-plex there from the eighth wonder of the world, and eats a rolling forearm now from Hunter Drake.
Thought going for a monkey flip, but no, caught. Now it's Hunter Drake with a Canadian destroyer from out of nowhere.
Unreal. Now this is Primetime, and that is a super kick.
You are correct. And now on the shoulders of Primetime, one winged angel. Are you kidding me? One,
Body
two.
can get out of this.
In comes Brayden too.
That huge pop-up Samoan drop. Almost turning like an air raid crash with the head of Donnie Primetime. landing straight into the center of the mat head first.
And if you haven't witnessed a New South show live, folks, there's nothing quite like seeing the athleticism of Brayden Toon live and in person. Of course, be sure to check social media for more details and more dates. But meanwhile, up top, Spanish fly from both corners. Are you kidding me? Double pinfall, double kick out.
This is unreal. Now we've got Kerry awful up on the top. Also Donnie Primetime with a big splash.
Double frog splashes. 2. Barely.
This action has been so fast-paced, Carmen. I cannot believe that any of these men are able to keep up this pace. Let's not forget Hunter Drake. Still a little worse from wear after having a hell of a contest earlier in the night and still being able to keep up with everybody else in this match.
Hunter should be used to it by now, of course. And H.O.S.S tournament ran the gamut. Of course, first round, second round, finals, 3 matches over 1 weekend, and now eats the slam from Walker Hayes, who
cannot believe he was able to kick out of that Uranagi-style backbreaker from Walker, a code breaker on the other end from Zach. Just unreal damage being done to the back of Hunter Drake, and I'd be surprised if he has any more action in this match.
Speaking of Hunter Drake, real quick, if you have not seen that match between Hunter Drake and Myron Reed from night 2 of the Heart of the Southern 16, what are you waiting for? Go back, watch it right now. One of the most incredible matches I have ever seen live. Meanwhile, in the ring, though, Brayden Toon, this freak athlete, of course, standout of the GCW versus New South show. In the ring, Kerry awful. Now the Carnies.
Double roll-up.
Double roll-up.
But that's
2 pinfalls.
Wait a second, though.
The match is over.
But Hunter Drake had a pinfall, and so did Nick Iggy, am I right?
So Hunter had one.
Wait, what does this mean?
Of course, 1 pinfall to a finish, but what? Hold on, I got to get to the bottom of this, Rob. I'll be right back.
Please.
Per General Manager Don Sanders, this match has been ruled a draw. Therefore, April 29th in Heflin, Alabama, it will be a triple threat for the New South Tag Team Championships. Akuto Death Society versus the Carnies versus Triple Knives.
Unreal.
Blockbuster announcement. What a match we have coming up April 29th, Heflin, Alabama. Tickets are still available for any given Saturday, but what a night we had tonight.
I'm stunned, Carmen. I cannot believe what a way not only to end this match with this triple threat coming up, which we know is going to be amazing, but what a way to end this night.
I was about to say a sign of respect, but I didn't believe it for a second. Double super kick and triple nine, stand tall. But that is going to do it for us here tonight, folks. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to New South Pro Wrestling Southern Hostility. I have been Carmen Michael, joined by Rob Weathers, and we want to thank you so much for tuning in.
See you next time.
Right there. Right there. Right there. Hey, right here, baby. Hey, somebody play the fucking music. Keep your eyes on the belt, get shit. Play the music. I'm out here, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Yo. Look. I want to remind y'all of something real quick. I want to remind Kerry and Nick Iggy of something real quick. And I want to remind you two sons of bitches of something real quick. Hell yeah! Hunter Drake, Brayden Toon. Last summer, I think there were about 3 times that we should have walked out of the building New South Tag Team Champions. And yeah, you can say that. But the fact of the matter is nobody in this building works as fucking hard as us. Nobody in this building wants this more than us. So you can say, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but at the end of the day, April 29th, you'll be saying, and